This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
Okay, so tell me, why in the world are you here in Couples Court today?
Your Honor, I just want to know if my husband is sleeping with the neighbor because he's been acting real distant. Our marriage just hasn't, it hasn't been the same. And, he's just nonchalant about everything. He gets mad with me. So I just want to know the truth today.
Mr. McKinney, what do you have to say about that?
I have admitted to her that I have cheated and everything. This has been a year and a half ago. And I'm doing everything now to make sure everything's straight. I'm not cheating, I'm not doing nothing.
Okay, so you cheated in the past.
Yes, sir.
But that was in the past, and now you're on the straight and narrow.
Yes, sir. That's the reason I'm here today, so that she know that I'm on the straight and narrow. The only thing I'm worrying about is her and my little girl. That's it.
And you don't believe him?
I don't believe anything he's saying.
Okay, can you tell him exactly what is at stake today?
If I find out you're cheating on me today, we're done. You gotta get it together.
And you said you're not cheating right now?
I haven't done nothing since June 18th.
All right, what was it that changed?
Just every time I turn around, he was texting different females, things saying he wanted to, do oral sex with people. And
hold up. Was he offering or asking?
Oh, he was offering to do it.
So he's a giver?
Yes, Your Honor.
I did do that. I admitted to all of that.
Yes, he did. And not only that, around June, 4th of July, whatever, he started messing with the neighbor. He used to go to her house all late in the morning, didn't come home all day long. I asked him, what were you doing? Oh, nothing.
At that moment, wasn't nothing going on until me and my wife had separated. That's when other stuff started happening.
He's lying because when I went through his phone, he was talking to one of his family members. He was like, she got out of bed butt naked.
What? Did that happen?
No, that did not happen.
You did not text your family member and say she had a big butt naked?
I did.
Okay, so that did happen.
That did happen, but I never seen her naked.
It doesn't matter. He should have never said it if he didn't want to get out.
Okay, so he didn't see that coming. He didn't know he was going to get caught. A big butt and a smile, you can't trust that. You cannot trust a big butt and a smile.
Never trust a big butt and a smile.
Did you ever meet or confront the neighbor?
Oh, she's confronted me before.
She confronted
what did that
you?
look like?
About my man. She come over there and say, who are you to tell him what to do? Just getting all in my face. I'll pop you in the face and just all kind of little, all in my face.
All right, so what did that look like?
She took my phone out of my hand.
The neighbor took your phone out of your hand?
Yeah, I was laying on the sofa playing the game.
At the neighbor's house?
Then she threw my phone back, so I read the text. And then they done sent texts back and forth. So after she leaves, I leave to go to my house. And as I get there, they fussing back and forth. I just told my wife to sit down and let it go.
Sit down and let it go.
Woo! No. I'm gonna have to fan on that.
We're missing something here. Because you're laying on your neighbor's sofa playing video game. And out of the blue, the neighbor comes and takes your phone.
At this time, I was broke out of the doubt, And she was talking about giving me checks and all that. I was just, putting little words in the air.
No, what was the conversation with you and the neighbor as you laying there?
He told you what happened. He said she was giving him checks, and he's texting another woman. She's hot. Yeah. That's what happened, isn't it? She gave you some money, and you texted your wife, and she's like, who you texting?
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
Wow, no.
You know what? Okay. This is the kind of stuff folk get real hurt. Have a hospital visit.
Yeah. And
were you sleeping with the neighbor at that time, too?
No, I wasn't.
He said he's lying.
Okay, so she gave you money and you weren't sleeping with her?
Wasn't nothing going on. She just wanted me to leave my wife and come move in with her.
So that nothing could go on?
Then something probably went on, but nothing was going on at the time.
So she's laying the groundwork?
Yeah.
Okay.
At what point do you end up sleeping with her?
This neighbor I did not sleep with. I slept with.
It was another neighbor?
Yeah.
Okay. Woo! All right.
Wait a minute. He needs to not have any neighbors. He needs
no female neighbors.
What neighborhood do you live in?
You are making Desperate Housewives look boring. You asked Mr. McKinney, other than the one time you admit to having sex with a neighbor in June of 2016, have you had sexual contact with the neighbor since? And what was his response?
He said no.
What did the lie detector reveal?
It revealed that there was no significant response to this question, which indicated he was being truthful.
All right, this is a good start. How are you feeling?
I feel great. Right now I feel great.
And how
That's
do
not
you
it.
feel?
I was telling the truth. I told her.
It's still more questions.
You asked Mr. McKinney, since June of 2016, other than the one time you admitted to having sex with a neighbor, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone other than your wife? Is that correct?
That's correct.
And what was Mr. McKinney's response?
He said no.
What did the lie detector reveal?
On this question, the subject showed high physiological response, which indicated to me that he was being deceptive.
What's going on?
Telling you the truth, I ain't.
Mr. McKinney, is there another woman that you had sex with in the last year?
No.
Mr. Cutler, you asking. Maybe he
Okay.
didn't hear me.
All right. This is the time to come clean. This is it, because your marriage is on the line. If you come clean,
We might be able to salvage this thing.
yes.
With the neighbor, we was about to have sex, but I didn't go forward with it
And why didn't you go forward with it?
because I just thought about it, what it would do to her if I would have did it again.
How
Well-
do you feel in love?
Ms. McKinney?
I just feel, I don't even know, just back to square one again. You know, it's just like, my heart is telling me to stay, you know, still be there. My mind is like, Cedric, he's no good.
All right. So it sounds like you all got off to a great start.
Yes, we did, Your Honor.
What went wrong?
Oh, man. Basically, we were having a kind of a rough time in our relationship, and we had gotten to a disagreement, and she chose to leave with a neighbor. And, you know, when I called and asked her what she was doing, because I had this feeling that she was being, there was infidelity, she told me that I was incorrect, so.
Did you ever ask your neighbor about this?
That I didn't have to. She was on her way home to me, and the neighbor and her had gotten into a disagreement, and the neighbor called me and told me she slept with a nephew not once but twice.
So before your wife could even get back home, the neighbor had already called you.
Yes, Your Honor.
And told you that she had slept with the neighbor's nephew.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. How did you do that?
I was in a vulnerable spot, a vulnerable day, a vulnerable month, a vulnerable...
So you were hurt, you were angry.
Yes.
This person caught you at a point where you normally wouldn't have said yes, but you took a second look.
Yes.
So we talked about the incident in the past with the neighbor's nephew. Why do you believe that she's cheating now?
She got mad and took off from me and was gone for 5 days. I had no idea where she was.
What caused her to take off?
You know, Your Honor, she left me at the dollar store with our groceries and told me that I didn't care about her nor love her, and waited until I got home to leave. And she didn't have a phone, so I'm trying to find out where she is. I mean, I start getting private calls, and I don't answer private calls. Well, I finally answer it, and lo and behold, it's my wife calling me private.
Hold on. I'm seeing the look on your face. You look angry. Tell me what you're feeling right now.
Every emotion possible. It doesn't matter what happened in the details because we'll fight till the end about that. The problem is we need help.
But in order for us to help you, we need to kind of know some of the details. Why did you leave?
Because me and Demi, when we're together, we need air sometimes.
Okay, and when couples argue, yes, sometimes you need some breathing room, some breathing space. Now, most people don't leave for 5 days.
Disappear.
So, yeah, so why did you leave for 5 days?
Well, I left spontaneously. I couldn't help it.
Let me ask you, what do you think happened, Ms. Harris, during those 5 days?
During those 5 days, I found out she was with someone that she had ran off with before that was so despicable to me because I took care of this guy when he had nothing, and then he takes off with my wife knowing how I feel. So I feel like she took off with him again, and I felt the first time it happened that she was liking on maybe that some sexual had happened.
You believe that she cheated on you?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Ms.
Ayala?
No, that's true. That's so untrue.
So nothing happened between you and this mutual friend?
No.
To top it off, I run into a friend of mine that I haven't seen for a few months, and he tells me one of the nights that she had taken off on me here within the last month or so, she takes off with his relative, and they're together the whole entire night. And I think that something sexual happened that night as well. She says that it didn't, but they just went to the casino. My friend says otherwise. You know, he says that he wasn't in the house, but he's pretty sure that they had sex. And I'm just like blown away. It kills me.
We have a statement, a witness statement to the court about that event, and I'd like to read it into the record. I know for a fact that Sasha slept with one of my family members. My family member told me all the details of him and Sasha. He told me where they had sex, how many times, and he was very explicit. My family member said they had sex like 5 times that night. I had to let Demi know about all this because she's my friend. How does that make you feel? I see the tears in your eyes.
Not good enough, Your Honor. I feel worthless. Like, what's wrong with me? I love her. I've never stepped out on her. I've made my mistakes, being controlling and things, but I was given every issue to, Your Honor. I was given every reason to feel that way, but I love her with all my heart. This is my wife, and I just feel like if it can be saved, it can be saved. But I haven't been able to be sexually active with her. I haven't been able to even have a relationship really because I feel like it's so much lies that I just need the truth and honesty, and she's not able to give it to me, so that's why we're here today.
All right, you came into this court, you've testified that you did not have sex with your neighbor's relative, nor with a mutual friend. Your wife is begging, pleading for the truth. I'm going to ask you, and I'm looking right in your eye, are you telling the truth?
No.
All right. Did you have sex with the mutual friend?
Yes. It just happened. Dim. Look at me.
I can't look at you.
If there's anything that can happen, just like between us, if there's anything that it can fix, I want to fix it. If not, I just want us to be better people.
Ms. Harris, she's confessed. Where are you? Can you accept her confession and move forward?
No, Your Honor. I can't, and I won't.
I don't want to lose my life.
Ms. AYALA, I want to get to the bottom of the other accusation. Did you have sex with the neighbor's relative?
Yes. There's a difference. There's not
5, 6 people now.
Hold on. She's opening up. Talk to us. Tell us how this occurred.
There was no sexual intercourse, let's say that, on this one.
Okay. Until you all figure out how to communicate your needs and your desires, you're gonna have these situations.
And Ms. AYALA, at the very beginning, Ms. Harris said she has some concerns about the people that you're hanging around with. Well, those concerns seem to be valid to me because these people that you're hanging around with, as soon as they see you're in a vulnerable position, they're taking advantage of that. Those are not good people to be around. Right. So if you're going to move forward, you either have to get your friends in check or find some new ones.